welcome to another coffee chat at Old Mutual Wealth. Now, the great thing about working for a company like Old Mutual Wealth and Old Mutual, the bigger group, is that every now and then collaboration and innovation get to coincide. And joining me today is Jaco Gouws, the head of proposition at Private Clients by Old Mutual, to talk about a fantastic bit of innovation and collaboration between Old Mutual Protect, Greenlight, and Private Clients by Old Mutual. Now, Jaco, most people see life cover as a product for the middle class, a way in which you can replace income upon the passing of a loved one. But as we know, for affluent clients, those with significant wealth, with global families and complex estates, life cover can be such an important tool in their estate planning toolbox. Tell us a bit more in your views on this.
Yes, hello Tiaan. Yeah, it's a very important conversation because we're basically trying to break this third generation curse. So what is the third generation curse? Well, that's where one family builds, the second generation preserves, and the third generation just loses it all. And that's never more paramount than with two of the richest families in the history of America, the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers, where the Rockefellers were very deliberate with using trusts and life cover to make sure that they have almost 200 heirs still living off that wealth, where the Vanderbilts basically just disappeared into, well, oblivion. And then, so it's not about the money because it's about deliberate financial planning.
So, Jaco, let's get to the elephant in the room, the point of our conversation today. Why do wealthy people actually need life cover?
Yeah, I mean, we grow up and view life cover as a product to replace income, where high net worth individuals view this very differently. They view it as a strategic structuring tool to actually preserve and endure that wealth that they've built. And they do that by using liquidity, preserving their legacy, and actually using leverage. So for them, it's not about death. It is about design.
Jaco, let's unpack those three L's: liquidity, leverage, and legacy, because they really are the key to reimagining life cover for this type of client segment.
Yeah, I know exactly. The first L is liquidity, because high net worth individuals, they've got a lot of assets and they've built that up over probably multiple decades. And they consist of businesses, lots of property, but they don't necessarily have a lot of liquidity. So they're sort of asset rich but cash poor. And the problem is SARS doesn't take property. They like cash. So that's the first reason that you need at that point in time, is you need that liquidity for that to continue. The second one is legacy, and that's where the Vanderbilts got it wrong. Because you've paid your fees and your taxes and all those kind of things, but the problem is now you need to give it to the heirs and the people you actually want this sort of the wealth and the legacy to endure. And life cover is phenomenal there to make sure that the right heirs get the wealth at the right time in the right structures. And then lastly, from a leverage point of view, now this was Rockefeller's superpower, in combining life cover and trusts to make sure that there's known outcome, because that's what life cover gives you. It's a known amount. You don't know, it doesn't vary with the markets. You can use to actually multiply your wealth at that point in time to make sure that it really sort of endures.
So with that in mind, Jaco, what do you normally see as some of the practical problems that arise at claim stage, specifically with life cover, but more specifically with global families?
Yeah, so the first problem is most life cover in South Africa is in rands. Dollar millionaires think in dollars. So the first problem is you have to pay it out in rands to a South African bank account. But we see these high net worth individuals, their children and their heirs living abroad all over the world. So they can't actually easily pay that money to them. And the other issue is also the intention what they had with their wealth. When you pay it out to a bank account, that temptation to actually spend it.
Yeah.
is very, very sort of real. So what you plan for doesn't actually then sort of realize at that point when you want it to happen.
Now, Jaco, we always hear about the bomb squad in rugby. Now, for today, our bomb squad is the Old Mutual Global Select Payout Option, which you've specifically designed with Old Mutual Greenlight and Old Mutual Protect. It is one of the best enhancements I've seen in quite some time at Old Mutual. Tell us a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, what it simply is, we go and plug into all the life cover that's basically on Old Mutual's books, and what we do is we ensure that continuity by connecting a sort of a bespoke portfolio that is accessible anywhere in the world in any currency. So you can think about those global heirs being in Australia or in Europe. They have now access to those funds. But importantly, it's managed with the financial planner in a portfolio that can endure and that can be appropriate for the intended purpose that it was originally set out to do.
So it's not just a payout or normal life cover payout. It's really the starting point in a structured legacy plan.
That's exactly that. It's like for me. It's this because Heinet was the important point for them is around the continuity and how their wealth endures and their legacy endures. And this is exactly what we're facilitating by making sure that at that point in time, it just seamlessly continues, and actually give it the opportunity to really sort of go to the next level for that next generation and the generations to come.
So, Jaco, if I'm a financial planner and I'm sitting here listening to this, what should I be doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I always say, let's start with the end. Where do I want to go? I say, when you go on holiday, you sort of figure out where you want to sort of go. So I would want to start firstly with that that continuity step, and that's what I typically call sort of estate planning. I fundamentally believe you should always start there, and then you sit and ask yourself the question: is this client a Rockefeller or are they a Vanderbilt? Are they gonna keep it or they're gonna lose it? And are they using liquidity, the legacy, and the leveraging aspects that life cover can give you? Are they using that optimally? And is the life cover that they got in place A, enough, and B, appropriately structured to facilitate that? And then the third one for me is, it's vital to the estate plan, but you need to review that will at least every 12 months. The situations change, your heirs change, how you want your wealth to endure, that changes. So I firmly believe a will should be reviewed every 12 months. And then our fiduciary specialists are like world class when it comes to the continuity of wealth and making sure it endures and continues with all the relevant structures that needs to be put in place, and to make sure that everything goes according to plan at that point in time.
Well, there you have it, Jaco. A great bit of innovation and collaboration through our Global Select Payout Option offered by private clients through collaboration with Old Mutual Protect, Old Mutual Greenlight, and to help our high net worth clients answer the question, am I Rockefeller or am I a Vanderbilt? If you want more information, please contact Jaco and his team at Private Clients. And that is it for another session with our Wealth Debrief Exchange. Until next time, see you soon.